Welcome back to another video of my experience here with the Monk DPS or WindWalker Monk. Yeah, we got into a Dark Heart Thicket. We already killed the first boss. So you can see the overall DPS in the bottom right corner. It's the top one. You can see my DPS is starting to become over 100k overall. So we're starting to actually do some damage. Pretty nice stuff. I also did some research on Monk. Wait, we should talk about this death first. So let's see here. The priest is full HP at the moment, and then just almost a one-shot. So I think this guy tried to walk through the 3 mushrooms, to be honest, or he didn't like walk efficiently around it or something, and just caused a death there for us. I think that's the only thing that makes sense, to be honest. So yeah, I did some research about a monk DPS, and currently they are in the B tier. They're pretty terrible. However, I'm still going to play the monk because I am pretty sure the meta will change in War Within. So I would just want a monk also up there. I'm going to, like, I don't know if you guys know about this, but I'm going to try my best to get into the MDI, form a team, and maybe potentially even try and push AI keys. I don't mind what role I play. I don't really care. I just don't really like tanking, to be quite honest. But I do like healing and also DPS. I prefer DPS because it is more of a mechanical skill, where healing is more of a UI skill, I feel like. There is a lot to it, don't get me wrong, but it's more about like how good can you read UI and understand the game efficiently. I feel like healers is most probably the most skilled player in the group. So I don't know if I want to take that role on, to be quite honest. So mistakes was made here, unfortunately. It was not here, but like, yeah, it's before the, the third boss. I accidentally pulled with my images. I don't know how that happened. My images, like, we're out of combat, and my images was up, right? Because like it's I don't know how to say this. The ads is harder. Weak. I want to say it's tyrannical, but I don't want to say it, and then it's not true. The ads is harder, so I used cooldowns on ads. However, the ads died, and I still had my images up. I know a lot of people would say, "Hey, you should use Celestial." No, I'm using the images because it's just a lot better, in my opinion. I don't have to change my rotation whenever my cooldown is up, right? It's going to be way too much macro management for me right now. I might change it later, but yeah, I accidentally pulled with my images here, and then all of a sudden. No one kicked or anything, and they all became these big dudes, and it wasted so much time. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. I did not know my images can pull. It's kind of like, it's pretty terrible, to be quite honest. And there we go, we timed the key, obviously. Unfortunately had another death there on our healer. We could actually go check and see how it's done. The healer is over here at the tree and standing and stuff. Full HP to 0, dude, real quick. It's funny that one of the circles didn't kill him, right? At a 18 level. He stood in one circle and didn't die. I would die and like have overkill about 40%, I swear. Even if I was full HP. But yeah, we timed it, and we got a beautiful 1951 IO right now. Plus 86 IO for that dungeon, so... overall DPS, you can see in the bottom right corner here, 140,000 overall DPS. That is actually pretty damn good, if I have to say so myself. On to the next key. So the previous one was my key. We 2+'d an 18, so we decided to do a 20. And then I didn't know that the people do this. They all drank Invis Potion, and I have aggro, and like... I don't know how close I should die. And then I was on voice with the healer over here, and he's like, bro, just release and try and die as close as possible. I'm like, okay. No one gave me the memo that we're gonna invis all the way to boss 1 and clear like 4 ads. And he's like, no, they normally do that. I'm like, I've never seen people do it before. Like, why do people change strategy at plus 20, right? So I die as close as I possibly can, unfortunately. And this was a big problem for me because, yeah, obviously it's a lot of deaths, and yeah. if I got B res, I didn't even get a normal res. So accepted the B res. I walked in, I'm full HP, right? I walked in and I got spun on top of by one of these ads, I think. Or the boss, and I just like almost died like instantly. There was no reaction time for me whatsoever. My gear is just really low right now, so I literally did. You can see my overall DPS there. I literally did 20,000 DPS overall, and I died 3 times. You know what? Eventually, I did get rezzed again, and then yeah, you can see my DPS now. Pretty nice stuff, right? AoE damage. No death right now. I don't know if we get another death, to be honest, but obviously just kicking stuff. I still, guys, like there's an add-on here. You just saw that, right? There's the add-ons. Oh, sorry, the ads that needs to get kicked, they get marked automatically. Do you guys know what that add-on is? It's an add-on or a weak aura. I think back in the day when I was playing BFA seriously, it was a weak aura. And we marked ourselves, like I'm triangle, for example. Everything that's green, it's my job to make sure that green doesn't get an ability through. No matter what, right? So you'll use your touch, you'll use your kick, you'll use your AoE stun, you'll use your Ring of Peace. You use anything you can, even if you use Shadow Meld. If you're getting targeted by the guy, and you can kick like that, right? If you know you're the target, and you could just Shadow Meld, and the guy will stop casting on you. So like there's so many things you can do in order to I just insta-died there. Yeah. There's so many things you can do to make the guy stop casting, right? So I want that add-on again. If you guys can tell me in the comment section, please. It feels so nice for me that is pretty much still brand new, right? This is day 4, I believe. Day 3. I think it's day 3 still. Maybe day 4 of this character being level 70. So like, yeah, I think we're doing a pretty solid job at the moment of how we're doing, right? Unfortunately, the guy died to orbs. I didn't move when the orbs came up. So I was like, I'll res. He's like, no, I'll res. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'll res again because you just started running after you said, no, it's okay. Miscommunication there with me and the healer, to be honest. So the funny thing is, we also run here, like directly after that, we grabbed the portal, we started running here. And now this guy that I just rezzed has to die again because he can't get to us. So either you have to jump off, or you have to get aggro from the dragon, or yeah. And he has to wait until we're getting into the other side in order to res closer to us, or release closer to us. So yeah, that was just, I don't know, miscommunication from everyone. I feel like we could have done so much better on this key. We could have 3+'d it if we just had communication. Here we go, as Kermit would say. Anyway, we finally timed it, and I got a DragonFlight Season 3 Master, whatever that is. My key upgraded to 22. Still haven't done it. I don't know if we will. I might just down it to a 20 and do that instead for my weekly vaults. But yeah, we timed it there. We got a +2. So now our total score is 2060, and we went up by 109 IO. So pretty good stuff here so far in this journey. The next key we did was an Everbloom 15, and there was a big problem coming up here. I don't know what it was, but this AoE thing does way too much damage than I thought. So like every time I see that AoE now, I will use a cooldown. So 2 people died, right? Wait, no, 3 died, 4 died. It's all dead except the tank. So the tank also had to unfortunately run back. So there was a full team wipe there, unfortunately. And it looks like the only thing you can do, you can see the dot there. There's a dot also on you. The only thing you can do then is when this guy used this, because I tried using touch on him before. I don't know if there's something that buffs him, because normally it took half my HP, but this time it took 80%. So I don't know if there's like anything that buffed him to do more damage. I'm not too sure what it was. I'll have to, like, if you guys know, please let me know in the comment section, because that could definitely help me in the future. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy that how much damage this thing did. It was absolutely ridiculous. So fortunately, we have another death here somewhere coming up soon. But yeah, we had a hunter here. That's a Beast Mastery hunter that is doing insane DPS, dude. Like, that is crazy how much he's doing. So he got hit by the frontal from the Arcane Blast, I believe. I don't know what that was. Arcane Ball. Obviously, you can't kick that. The only thing you can do is avoid the frontal on that ability. And that hit him right in the mouth and 1 HP, like one hit from 100 to 0. So yeah. Maybe I should also make a BM Hunter. I'm not too sure. If I want to play MDI, eventually I'll have to have multiple classes. I'm trying to like get close to attack here, but I just couldn't. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting stuck and stuff. Like, I don't know what to say, man. This is just so bad. So finally decided to pull it over here so we can actually attack it. I think someone else did die here as well. Yeah, the hunter died again, and you can see he's not even in range. So I'm pretty sure he's walking back. The walk of shame. So a lot of deaths occurred around here. I'm not too sure if there's another one. I do believe there is maybe one more. No. Okay, so that was all the deaths, I think, on this whole key. But let's have a look. Yeah, that was all the deaths. So we just killed 2 bosses in a row after that. And it's not a boss week, so fairly easy. And we timed it here. We got a +2. Our IO went up by 49, and now our score in total is 2,109. Pretty good stuff, not too shabby, to be quite honest. So, pretty good things, pretty good stuff. On to the final key. Unfortunately, I don't have that much content for you guys. So our first death is over here, somewhere. You can see the DK just dying. He's not on top DPS. I wouldn't be surprised if he was dead because of aggro. We had a lot of problems with this tank. Like a lot of problems. Way more than you think. We will see soon though. I will talk about this because the tank is claiming that it's not his fault. But yeah, if you can't keep aggro, it's your fault. Like, yeah. I didn't attack before you. You attacked. I gave you enough time to attack. You just don't do enough AoE to keep aggro. And that is completely your fault. If someone dies because you can't have aggro, then it's your fault. Like, there's nothing you could say. So I feel like this is where stuff started to become sour, because one of these ads here is costing... No, maybe it's not here yet. Let me find it quickly. So here we go. She's costing the minus 50% damage done. So she's standing by her candles, right? So you need to move her. So I told him to move, and his response is, you can't move her because she's casting. And I'm like, bro, like, that's your literal only job on this ad, right? Keep aggro and move her out of the candle. And if you can't move her, well then LOS. But it's your job to make sure she's moving. You can't be stationary on a place where she's taking 50% less damage. You can't do that. And as a tank, it's your job to move the ads. Like, it's your only job, right? Positioning is one of the only jobs you have, and aggro. So, like, yeah, you need to position things so that we can do more damage. It's how it is. And this pull right here, man, like, I want to show you guys exactly how he walks in here, because, like, this frustrated me so much. So he walks in, but he doesn't walk in. So he's like, okay, I'll throw it, and then someone else has aggro, but he's not attacking, right? He's walking up and down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna attack now. No, I have aggro on 2. I have aggro on 1. Dead, okay? So now, guess what? He still doesn't have aggro. So now the Boomy, I think is a Boomy. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's a Boomy. The Boomy has aggro and instantly died. The healer had aggro and instantly died. The DK had aggro and instantly died. So how can every single person here... And I died again because I went back and he's just dead. Because there's no damage, there's no heals, right? So how can every single person here pull aggro off you if it's never an aggro issue? We literally died one at a time because you don't have aggro. at that pull right there. If you want to pull something, and I keep saying this, go tank, like right there, charge in, go tank them where they stand. Because why? As a warrior, as a demon hunter, you already have 2-3 hits in before DPS gets close to attack. That's why you charge in, that's why you leap in, that's why you jump. Like, you don't walk in. Like, if you walk in, it's a lot of trouble. Like, you're starting a lot of trouble for yourself, for your group. It's better to charge in, jump in, you know, grapple people together. Like, whatever you have to do, just make sure you have a hit or 3 in. Now that he's charging in, you can see that it's a lot better. But I think I died again here. Right there. So this guy is claiming right now that I told him here I died to aggro, right? And he's like, no, you did not. Well, dude, I'm using an add-on called Plater. I'm using an add-on called Plater, and I wanted to argue with this guy about this, but I was afraid he's going to leave the group. So I use an add-on called Plater, and if the ad is a purple, that means that I don't have aggro, okay? That's the only thing it means. I don't have aggro. If the nameplate is red, that means that I do have aggro. And that means I'm going to get auto-attacked here. So I'm burning cooldowns. I'm cleansing myself to remove this dot. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to get auto-attacked, right? And I want to just clarify, am I in the wrong here? Am I in the wrong here because I still have aggro? You can see they're just losing a thread. I still have aggro on potentially the hardest hitting ad in this group, right? I still have aggro. Sorry, if I pause like this, it becomes a nasty bunch of... So I'm just going to rewind 10 seconds so we can watch it again. I lost aggro on everything except the biggest ad. Now it's orange. Now I lost aggro, finally. Okay. I had aggro in this whole group. I'm kicking, bro. I'm kicking. I'm removing dots here. Like, I'm cleansing myself. And I still died. And the ad is red again. And then I said, listen, dude, I died because you didn't have aggro. And then he's like, no, it's because you didn't kick. That's what he says. He says I died because I didn't kick. So the effect of the poison, I cleansed it off me. I don't have poison on me. Nonetheless, I took 80% of my health regardless because you didn't have aggro. And let's see if it was my mistake, because maybe I did attack too soon. Okay? So this is obviously the previous pull. And I marked him so I can see him, right? He made himself a gnome, so it's very hard to see. I just gave like 2 auto attacks here. I spun once, and I have all the ads on me. Everything. Where's your thunderclap? Where's your AoE aggro stuff, dude? Like, so I touched it so that it would be interrupted, right? So when I got back, obviously I was about to kick, but nope, I'm just dead. And yeah, 2 people has poison. I mean, the poison is healable. The poison is not the problem here. So yeah, that, in my opinion, is again not my fault that I died. The tank just doesn't know what he's doing. And when I said I died to aggro, he's like, no, you died because you didn't kick. And bro, don't even get me started on this boss. Like, I don't understand what happened here. Like, every time he rooted, the root was on me. Like, every time. Like, my damage is not even that high at the moment, right? But every time he rooted, it was on me. And then also, for some reason, I just disconnect. I don't know what that was. Like, I don't know how it works or what it was or... But yeah, so every time he rooted, it was on me. You can see there. I just cracked. I was like, what the heck, dude? Like, I don't understand. Like, how... What? This boss almost never attacks me, and now it just doesn't stop. It just targets me the whole time. This was ridiculous, dude. But yeah, so that happened also. And when I got back, I got B-res. We killed the boss. Nothing too serious. But yeah, even when I reconnected or B-res, the boss is still on me. This was just so funny, dude. And we go into the next pool here, and then obviously the tank, again, doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know where to stand, doesn't have aggro, so the Boomy is just dead. Now you can see there, it says lose threat, gain threat, lose threat. So I'm using all my AoEs, dude. Like, I'm not gonna still chill on damage because he can't keep threat. Like, he needs to become a better tank, right? Because my job is to kill ads, your job is to make sure that they are grouped and that you have aggro on them. Like, if you fail at your job, I'm not gonna stop doing my job, right? You just leave. That's how I see it. If your tank doesn't have a brain cell, you just find a better tank. I should have blocked this guy, just by the way, so that I will never play with him again. So over here we had a full team wipe. Look at the ads. They're so split. The tank is dead. Oh, sorry, the healer died. The tank is busy dying. I'm trying to heal this guy. Like, even if I don't heal much, right, it still helps. He almost insta-dies here with half HP of an attack. And yeah, so then everyone just wiped. So it's a team wipe. Another team wipe. And then the tank is like, do we continue? I think this is where he says it. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little bit later. Yeah, I think it's a little bit later, dude. Oh yeah, it's over here. I've never seen anyone tank these ads on the stairs. I've never seen it before. But he stands on the stairs and then he throws his cleaver to pull ads all the way up here. And then it's just a team wipe again. I'm the only one that kicked, by the way. My kick is the only one that's on cooldown. Now the tank is also kicking once. But like, look at, no one else kicked anything. And there's so many kicks there. I got B-res. I was like, okay, well, it's a big pool. So maybe I'll just come back and just AoE, right? But then I was like, okay, the ads are standing obviously in the candle. They're not being moved. I was like, bro, you should just jump down. But obviously I can't type that because that's just going to take too much time. So there's two of them minus 50%. And then, yeah, it's just a whole team wipe here because we can't do damage to ads because they're all standing in candles, taking less damage. And obviously, no one else is kicking. It was just so bad, dude. That pool was just so bad. I can't remember the last time I had so many deaths on a single key. So I just wrote to the healer here that this tank is absolutely terrible. This is the worst tank I've played with. That's all I wrote to him. And then he responded, yeah, it's not the best tank he has ever seen. But like 21 deaths, and I feel like all 21 is caused by one person. Like, yes, maybe the kicks is not that great also from the DPS. But I feel like positioning, like pointing where the AoE blast is of these ads that spawns here. And, you know, stuff like that. Just all these little deaths that could have been prevented. Just never got prevented because of bad positioning, right? I feel like the tank has caused most, if not all, of the deaths on the board right now. Except for mine where I disconnected. I think that was the only one that was not his fault. And yeah, the rest of the key obviously ran perfect, and we timed it. He was like, should we stop? I'm like, bro, we can time it still. Like, no, we don't stop. We're doing it. So it's unfortunate that my box on the left side, normally that shows here how much IO we gained and stuff like that, is not showing. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It doesn't show right now. That's all I can do. Maybe if you watch the previous video, the previous section until here, you could see my IO increase when I open up my box there. But to be quite honest, yeah. I'm not getting that much content right now because I'm at a spot where I need to do at least plus 16 keys. I'm not getting people, right? People don't accept me. My item level is still too low. And I need to actually start doing 18s, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that's where the video is going to end. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of today supporting the channel. If you want to support it a tiny tad more, please make sure to leave a like. It really does help a lot. Subscribe if you are new. And I'm looking forward to see you guys also on Twitch. Links in the description. Come say hi on Twitch. I stream every single day. Love you guys. Take care. And as always, remember to twist some nips. Peace.